So good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us this evening. I know you've been listening to Jake and Jenna Rood. Many of you have been on the 90-day game plan call, but we're glad you've hopped off that one as soon as it finished and hopping on this one. So as most of you know, but for the sake of new folks on Team Eagles, we are Mick and Jenny Daly. We are National Marketing Directors in your support line, living in the beautiful mountains of Colorado. Normally in January, I would be saying the beautiful snowy mountains of Colorado, but that did not happen this year, not yet. I'm not sure what's gone wrong, but I think Texas and Florida have had more cold weather than we've had here. Rumor has it that it's on its way. So I guess we should start off by saying Happy New Year, because this is the first Team Eagles Zoom of 2018. We trust you've all had wonderful holiday with family and friends, and now are looking ahead with great anticipation to 2018. I know some wonderful things that are going to happen both within this business and also outside of it too. So having said that, Mick, why don't you kick this off, maybe referencing this Zoom call that we were listening to.
Sure. So I got a simple question. What do you think? Which of you are in the 90-day game? And I can't see everyone because we're in speaker. Why am I not filling the screen? I shouldn't be looking at them. You should be looking at me. That's strange. Oh. Something is going very crazy here. Just hold on a second. My Zoom has gone bonkers. Okay. All right, so I've gone to gallery view so we can all see each other. So let's put your hand up if you are in the 90-day game. And again, my Zoom is going crazy. Jenny, you may have to take this over because I may have to drop out and come back in again. No, I can't do that because I'm recording it and we'll lose the recording. Something's going very strange with my Zoom.
Everything looks fine for us.
Yeah. Okay, so let me ask the question again. If you're in the 90-day game, not just if you are watching the Zoom calls, because I'm promoting those in our regular team group. If you're in the 90-day game and you are participating, what do you think so far? And you may have to unmute yourself because I muted everybody else because of extraneous noise.
Mick, this is Rachel. Yeah, I absolutely love it. I think it's a fantastic opportunity. I can't even believe that there are so many great events, like every single night, 5 out of 7 nights, an opportunity for us to invite our guests on, and so professionally done, following a sort of similar format each night so that we can learn from that ourselves and reproduce it later when we need to. But for now, just taking part in theirs. And then the daily challenge, I think, is like a really, really super part of it. Really good discipline to check that Facebook page every morning and see what the daily challenge is, or maybe late morning to make sure it's there. It's very cool.
Can I just do oh gosh, no, I can't. I can't do any of the things that I wanted to do because my Zoom has gone crazy. I do apologize. Hold on one second. Let me try this. Okay, maybe that'll work. Yeah, okay. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay, good. So what Rachel's referring to, if you're not in the game, you won't know this, but the team has drawn inspiration from CrossFit. And this is a good example. WOD stands for Workout of the Day, or you could say Work Item of the Day. And each of these WODs gives you a very simple task to perform each day.
Every day, someone.
This is a particularly good one. I love this one. On January 4th, we were inspired to create curiosity, to do a Facebook post today on our timeline that generates intrigue. This one was really good. Plan your day. Decide on 3 people you will share your product, service, or business with today, and do it. Call them. Don't just Facebook message them, and celebrate for taking action. Anyway, there's some really, really cool stuff. Jeff Olson, he is one of my favorite people, and you will have seen, if you looked at in our team Facebook group today, you will have seen a super little video by Jeff on busting the myth about Juice Plus. So thanks, Rachel. Thanks for that. Who else would like to give us some feedback?
What I really enjoy is all the stories. Everybody has a different story. They're all NMDs, but everybody's story is slightly different. What I really enjoy there is all the examples that they're giving us of doing stories, of speaking, with covering the product, the business story, and how the business and the product has worked for us, for each individual. So those have been really interesting to me.
Yeah, and as Rachel mentioned, this gives us a format for our doing something similar. In fact, I don't know if Linda Miller's on. Don't think so. She's in Delaware on the East Coast, and it's very late and very snowy over there. But I was having a coaching Zoom with Linda today, and we were discussing the format of these Zoom calls, and she's planning on a lunch event in a few weeks, and she's going to use this same format for a live event with 2 or 3 people sharing their product stories, 2 or 3 people sharing their business stories. And that format works. It works for Zooms, it works for live events. By the way, it is the Aussie way. It's the way the Australians have been building a fantastic business that's been exploding business down there. One more person to give some feedback before we move on. Anyone?
Can I just also say that one of the centerpieces of it is to have 100 conversations about the business in 90 days. And there's such a simple challenge out there that is part of how we do that program, and everybody can duplicate that, or at least try and achieve that over the 90 days.
Rachel, what would you say to someone if they say, oh gosh, that's overwhelming, that's intimidating?
I'll say, make your list, write the list of everybody you know, and you'll realize it's just a fraction of those people that you're going to talk to. And it's only really one a day, plus an extra couple here and there.
Good answer. I love that. Okay, so let's move on from the 90-day game plan to our contest. And first, let's celebrate December, and let's congratulate All-Star Nicole Helmstettler for winning the contest. Not for the first time and not for the last time. Nicole, congratulations. She's probably muted. But I do like
I didn't know you wanted me to talk. Thank you.
It's okay. Just respond.
Oh, yeah. No, I was giving you a thumbs up. I'm sorry.
Cool. I can't see what I'm
Okay. Sorry, Mick.
I'm struggling with some real Zoom problems here, so I apologize if it's not too smooth. And I'm trying to highlight the way Nicole, gosh, crazy stuff. The way Nicole got her points at one of the contests last week. And I want to highlight the fact that she got 5 new orders, which gave her 100 points, 1 new rep, personally sponsored, which gave her 100 points, And because that is the five orders, one new rep, personally sponsored, he got, say, 5-1 bonus of 100 points, which gave her the 300. Now I'm trying to go back and get rid of that.
Yeah, my Zoom is crazy as well. And also there's quite a lot of background noise.
Yeah, if you're making a lot of noise, please leave. So I'm struggling. Okay, here we go. So let's move on from last month and show you where we are this month. By the way, last month was a pretty quiet month. If you look at the points totals, as good as those are, especially for the month of December, they are probably 50% of the normal points that people would expect to score during a typical month. But the good news is that January has got off to a tremendous start. Look who's heading the list again, Nicole. Pretty darn good girl. But it's going to be way more competitive this year because look at the number of new team members, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the first 8 days of the month. That's outstanding. So this is going to be a great month for everyone. But now I want to show you what we're doing to encourage you a little bit more. And you would have seen this in our team Facebook group. Those who are participating in the Juice Plus 90-day game, you are upping your game. And the result of that is that we should see the results of you upping your game, just like we're already seeing just in the first 8 days, in contest results. And I want to highlight this because if you've been around a while, you'll understand that there are various paces you can set for your business. There are various levels you can operate your business at. The standard for most Juice Plus reps, the standard goal at least, is to aim to get 5 new orders and 1 new rep sponsored each month. And as you saw Nicole last month, that will score you 300 points. If you're a little more serious than that, then your goal is to do that, plus to help someone you previously sponsored to complete that $8, get their $100 bonus and get their first promotion. If you do that, we call that the triple crown, and that will earn you 400 points, 100 more than the 5-1. If you're even more serious, or if you're having an even better month, and we had, I would say on average, we had one person do this almost every month last year, at least one, then you'll do the Royal Crown, which is the triple crown plus you helped a personally sponsored rep, previously personally sponsored rep, to complete their 2,000 plus, get their second promotion and get another $250 bonus. And you, by the way, also getting a $250 bonus. And so what are we doing? The next 3 months, January, February, and March, in celebration of the 90-day game, we're upping our rewards. The winner of the contest, just like Nicole last month, will still get $50 cash plus another 100 at conference. You have to be there to receive that 100. But in addition, the next 4 on the leaderboard, so positions 2 through 5, will receive $50 cash check if you have 500 points or more. And as I said, in a normal month, and I have no doubt this month, I have no doubt that those 4 will score 500 or more points this month. So you will get an extra $500 bonus. And just as a reminder, every single person who is named on the leaderboard in any of the months, 6 months leading up to the April conference in Phoenix, has at least 1 chance, no, 5 chances, because there will be 5 drawings, to win $100 cash at conference. If you didn't understand that, let us know, because we don't want it to confuse anyone. We do want you to know that there's more money on the table, and it relates directly to the 90-day game plan. Any questions on that? Do you like it?
I love it, and I only want to make one comment. I think you referred to a $500 bonus, not a $50 bonus.
Oh, that was a slip of the tongue.
Right.
some kind of Freudian slip there.
500 points for 50.
I'd be like, I have the recording. Where's my $500?
I know. I wasn't going to say anything, Jenny. Way to go.
Okay, make us do it. Do so incredibly well that we're forced to do it. Okay, let's move on quickly and let Jenny take on the last section.
Okay, well, I'll be happy to. And so, obviously, you get points for doing all the activities that will help build your business and your check. And to help you do that, as you know, over the last few weeks, November, December, October, in fact, of last year, we invited a number of leaders on Team Eagles to actually train on these Monday evening Zoom calls so that you didn't have to listen to Mick and Jenny every single week. And I think you'll agree that they went extremely well. Judging by the number of people who joined our Monday nights, clearly it was a very popular decision, and the feedback we got was that it was incredibly helpful. So just to recap, especially for the new people, going back to the end of October, Brianna kicked it off, and a number of you here are on the call tonight. But Brianna kicked it off talking about the Shred 10. That was followed by Lisa Kerr talking about your customer base. Nicole talked about sponsoring new reps and building your team. That was followed by Rachel talking about your why and helping reps do the HLP. Linda Miller talked about the importance of three-way connection calls. And then Janet talked about the 2,000 plus fast track, helping your team achieve that. In the middle of December, we had Melinda talking about qualifying your business, and then wrapping it up on December the 18th was Amanda Schneider talking about the power of events. And we had some excellent feedback about all of those. So thank you so much to those of you who participated in that. So now we need to look forward to the next 3 months, really, between now and conference. So I'm going to ask you for your thoughts in just a moment, but what we would like to do is to repeat this. The topics would probably be very similar. The trainers may, in some cases, be the same if they're willing to do it again, or maybe they would prefer to switch to a different topic. We would also invite other people to get involved as well. And looking at the calendar, this previous series, it covered 2 months. It covered 8 weeks. Looking ahead between next week and the conference, we have 15 weeks. So we've got 15 Monday Zooms. Now, my feeling is that maybe Mick and I should take one of those a month, just so that you realize we are still here, we're still alive and kicking and participating, but that we would field it out to the rest of you, not only to cover these same topics, but it would give us 3 or 4 weeks where we could introduce a new topic. So I guess our challenge to you is there anyone out there who feels very passionate about either one of those topics or a totally different topic that you would like to volunteer to actually lead the discussion on a Monday evening? Obviously, you could raise your hand right now if you want to, but you're certainly welcome to give this some thought and get back to us in the next few days. And don't feel too hesitant about this. It doesn't have to be polished. It's all part of your personal growth. We're a very friendly bunch here, so you needn't worry about it. You needn't lose sleep over it. And Mick and I are here to help you as well. If you feel challenged in any way, especially if you want to learn how to share screen, if you want to do it that way, you don't have to. Then we're here to help you to learn all these things. So let me open it up. What are your thoughts? Do you feel that the topics and the trainings were useful, and is it something that you would like us to continue with over the next few months? I see Nicole nodding her head. You may need to unmute yourselves by hitting the unmute button bottom left-hand corner if you want to speak. Let's hear some comments.
I liked having the topics, and I I don't know if it's just because I was one of the speakers, but I liked knowing beforehand, what was going to be talked on each week. That was helpful.
Good.
Yeah, I liked that too. I definitely liked the teaching series where it felt like there was a lot of value to each call. Like for new people to be on these calls, I feel like it's a lot of value. So I definitely love the format, and definitely love the idea of continuing it.
Okay, good.
One of the things that we might add in there might be 1 week a month, or just 1 week between now and the conference, where we just do an interview style with people who've got promotions. Because I think it's always nice for everybody to hear how somebody has seen success and got to their HRP or to sales coordinator.
Good suggestion. Yep.
And I also like the idea of letting people pick the topics, because I think it's, I think it's just a nice thing if people can to pick what they want to speak about.
Well, if anybody on the call tonight wants to pick a topic right now before somebody beats you to it, don't hesitate to raise your hand.
I do know, Jenny, a lot of people have asked me for some help on stuff with Facebook parties. That might be a topic that we want to include. Someone can talk about how to set them up or how to do them or whatever, but something with social media. That could be a topic.
Are you volunteering?
I can if you want me to.
Good answer, Jen.
I might be the youngest one here, so I'm probably best suited.
Hey, in the spirit of 90-day Zooms, we can have several people collaborating to do a training.
Yeah.
Jenny, you know what? One of the things that works
with social media, Facebook parties.
Sorry, say that again, Janet.
Doing Zoom information educational on a Zoom call, how to run them, and Facebook parties.
Okay.
I was thinking as well, maybe some of the newbie have questions about what they'd like to be trained on.
So his wife was actually at the house, but he wasn't. So she.
Jenny.
Yep.
Sandy.
Sandy.
One of the things that has worked well when we've done our meetings here, our Tuesday mornings, is we have 1 week that's just a Q&A, and for some reason that's just really, it really brings up some questions that don't often get talked about, but then it's interactive. Everybody can chime in.
Okay.
Just a Q&A.
Yep.
And that could be questions about the product, questions about the business. Just the whole spectrum.
Good. I'm making a note of all these suggestions. Okay, anybody else? Melinda.
So one of the things that I'm thinking about, I'm not sure if this is what you're thinking about, is the emphasis on leadership development and personal development. I have really enjoyed the Brave Leader program this past year. So maybe something along those lines. I don't know how much we can share about Brave Leader, but they're opening it up to more and more people. So maybe something about the personal development and leadership.
Yep, good. Okay, awesome.
This is Jenny.
Jenny.
I've always been passionate about the importance of follow-up.
Uh-huh.
This has been the key way that I have kept my customer base and kept all these years in being qualified. And that I just can't say enough about the importance of follow-up.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, well, that's certainly given us lots to think about, and I think the best thing here is for us to send out an email. We'll post it in our Facebook group as well, asking for volunteers, and we'll put together a schedule for the next 2 weeks.
So I can tell you what we'll do next Monday night, partly because it's very topical, but also because it picks up on 2 recommendations. Anna's on social media.
Nick,
Another
you're really
one
cutting out.
I'm cutting out?
Yeah.
Am I cutting out to everyone?
No.
Someone said yes, someone said no. Well, sorry. Can't do anything about that. I'll just keep
You're
talking.
better now.
I'll just keep talking and hope that I'm not cutting out too badly. So thanks for the heads up. So I'm picking up on several suggestions that people have made tonight. And next Monday night, we will brainstorm 90-day Zooms, how to get people invited on them, and then what to do when you've had a guest on a 90-day Zoom. Because Ginny put her finger right on the pulse. There's no point in doing all that work to be on the Zoom yourself, to have one or more guests on a Zoom, and then not to put the time in to do good follow-up. And it's very timely that I had a text from Linda Miller, who I mentioned, excuse me, I mentioned a little while ago. Linda's text says this: I won't be on the call tonight. I'm actually texting back and forth with 3 different people who were on the Zoom tonight. Way to go, Linda.
Well, we need Linda on here next week telling us how she got those 3 people on there. I mean, that's
yeah, exactly. Well, we'll get Linda and everybody else who's been successful in getting people on these 90-day Zooms and who's done good follow-up and the results they've got. We'll have them on next Monday night and we'll brainstorm that whole thing. So that'll be the kickoff, and then whoever volunteers to take on one of the other topics will feature the week after that, Monday after that. Cool.
Excellent. We have a plan. All right. Well, we're top of the hour. So thank you all so very much for joining us this evening. Good to see you all. It's been a while, I know, since we were all together. And don't forget, it's not too early to start making plans to see you in person in Phoenix in April. Conference is right at the end of April this year. So plan to be there. There are some good flights. We've already booked our accommodation. We're going out a few days earlier, going to do Airbnb for a few days. So combine a bit of vacation with business. That's a smart way to organize your travel plans. So,
and by the way, we will stick with this time for the remainder of the weeks between now and conference, so we don't clash with the Zoom.
Okay, excellent. All right, so in that case, 7:30 Mountain Time next week, 8:30 in Dallas and other Central Time. I'm sorry it's so late on the East Coast, but we will see you again, same place, same time next week. Have a wonderful week, everyone. Good night.
God bless everybody.
Good night.